Hello, everybody. Holy heck, it's early. Oh boy. Oh my god, Jonas, congratulations on being our first beautiful being of the day. How the heck you doing, Jonas? What the heck? Oh my god. It's too early. I can't get my shit together. I don't even have closed captions on. Have I mentioned it's early? Because it's early. It is 7:23 a.m. for me currently. I don't know if I've ever streamed this early, but if I have, I don't remember it. So, yeah, I was not planning on streaming today. It was most certainly not in the schedule. I literally just dropped off my mother-in-law at the airport and came back here and had to stream. For reasons we'll get into here in just a sec. The visit was... It was fine. It was very fine. But anyways, so the reason I am jumping so gosh dang early onto stream today rather than actually going back to sleep, yeah. Normally this is like about the time I'd be waking up. But yeah, it is 7:24 a.m. currently here in the US of A central time zone. I don't know, man. Time zones are hard. Anyway, yeah, that's not much better. It's not a lot better. I was up at 5:30 to take her to the airport. But none of that matters because do y'all remember Best Served Cold? Literally one of my favorite games of 2025. Better than Clair Obscur, in my opinion. There, I said it. I'm not done with Clair Obscur yet, but, you know, I don't care. There is a sequel coming out, supposedly this year, to Best Served Cold, and the demo released like 2 days ago, right in the midst of the visit with mother-in-law. So, you know, I was white-knuckling my desk, like trying real hard to contain my self-control, not to just like play it off stream, but I really wanted to play it on stream. So here we are, literally the moment my mother-in-law leaves. Ta-da! So that's what we're doing. So Best Served Cold was the game that I got early access to the demo. I did not get early access to the demo for last call. Nobody reached out to me about it. Again, it's fine. I'm not at all bitter and upset in any way, shape, or form. But anyway, Best Served Cold definitely became sort of like a hyperfixation game of mine. And we will... music. We will chit-chat about things as we get into the demo. Lago is most certainly awake. He has many thoughts and feelings as well. So, yeah, I'm excited to get into this. So, the demo for Last Night, Last Call apparently was released as part of some storytelling Steam Fest or some whatever. And it is only available for a limited time, I think. It's only available through June. And we've had incidents where, you know, I want to get into a demo, but I'm just a little bit too late on the draw and we miss it. In my opinion... limited time demos are ass. Personally, I think you should always give people the option to try out like a little bitty crumb of a game before you buy it. And having limited time demos is stupid, in my opinion. Anyway. Where did you go, Lago? Oh my god. Fancy. Ooh, the Black Briar? Ooh, the Skyrim? Hello? Anyway. Sound is loud. Hello. Turn that ish down. Literally the first time I've loaded this up. Y'all can tell when I've never loaded up a game before when it starts blaring in everybody's eardrums. Okay. So, I have been, oh my gosh, and was the title screen animated before in Best Served Cold? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Best Served Cold was sort of a bit of a runaway success for the development company. I don't think they expected it to be as popular as it ended up being. Because, hey, surprise, people are real down bad for animated fictional characters, including yours truly. But like I said, we'll talk about that as we get into it. Lago, are you going to settle, honey? You want to come up here? Come here. Pardon, I need to procure puppy. Come here. Come on, assistant bartender. We gotta get to work. Literally, when I did the demo for Best Served Cold, I remember we had Lago then, and he was real little. Look at us, everybody's all grown up, including the characters. Oh God, we'll get into that. I have many thoughts. So anyway, yeah. Let's see what else. Oh yeah. Best Served Cold, Supercut, full, entire playthrough, all in one video, currently up on my channel. Yay. Burnt potato? Burnt potato? Are you referring to my son as a burnt potato? Did you hear that, Lago? You're a burnt potato. What do you think about that? What, do you have thoughts? Did you hear that? He made a little sound. Burnt potato. You know what? That's a first that I've heard him refer to as, but I don't hate it. Well, gosh, you know, thank you for asking, Jonas, how you get to my YouTube channel. There we go. Wait, hold up. Oh, there it is. Because I have just the thing here for you. Well, blam! Right in the chat there, a link directly to the aforementioned YouTube channel where I post something every single day. Whoa! It could be highlights, compilations, supercuts, as previously mentioned, shorts, anything, every single day, every day of the week, Sunday through Saturday, weekdays and weekends, over on youtube.com/@AllieSun, not Allie Sunny. Anyway. Thank you, Jonas. You're a gem. Also, are you on break right now from work? I was about to say, because I'm trying to think time zones. I don't know, man. Time zones are hard. Anyway. Well, the burnt potato is starting to settle. That's now how I'm only going to refer to my son forever and always. Thank you again, Jonas. The burnt potato is settling. Hi, honey. Hey, baby. If I wore a completely black shirt, he would blend in kind of decently. All right, let's get into this. So, as I mentioned, this is a demo. There are likely things that could possibly change between now and the final product. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. Here we go. Did you play Best Served Cold? Oh, hell yeah, I did. Yep. Oh, boy. Oh, a motorcycle. Case 1 last night. Oh, so we're doing case 1, not case 0, as we did previously. As the evening sets in and the sounds of the city begin to fade, the black briar slowly flickers to life. Oh boy. For 20 years, this bar has sat empty until today. Yeah, so this game takes place 20 years after the events of Best Served Cold, which I do trust. I have thoughts about. Anyway, we'll get to that. Generally, the UI looks very similar. We have our relationship meter, the drunk meter in a good mood. Now we just need a person in front of us. You catch yourself humming while you clean the last of the glasses, the sound of soft jazz pouring from the gramophone and the scent of mint and lemon tickling your nose. Ooh, this sign up here. I'm pretty sure this is not what it means to say, but my brain filled in the missing letters with useless sluts, Barber. I can't be here anymore. Nobody perceive me right now. I can't. It's too early in the morning. We were also, when we played Best Served Cold, we did, get into the spirit of the game by playing it drunk. Since it is 7 in the morning, I will not be doing that currently for the demo, but most likely when the full game comes out, so. This is everything you've dreamed of. Tonight is the night you finally become a professional mixologist. Your business partner, Sandra Fisher, finishes up her work in the back and takes a seat at the bar with a long, satisfied sigh. Sandy Babes. My girl. Well, I think that's everything. We should be all set for opening night. She did say she wanted to open her own bar in the previous game. Okay, so here is first observation, comment, complaint, maybe, question mark, unsure. So, obviously at the beginning they did ask whether we have played Best Served Cold, and I think that only really allows spoilers for that game. Because Last Night, Last Call, from what I've seen, is meant to be a standalone game to Best Served Cold, which has me really fucking nervous, if I'm being completely and entirely honest. Because there were some choices made in Best Served Cold that you would think would kind of carry over to a sequel if they have some of the same characters. It wasn't like a ton, but it was things like, we'll get into some of that. But there were like some, significant choices made for some characters. There were romance options. And so my first thought going into this game is all of that just out the window? Because if it is, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be severely disappointed. She quickly glances at her watch. Because, we could be playing as a completely different bartender. We don't know. Because that was the thing for Best Served Cold for Case Zero, the prologue, technically. We played as Sandra, who, spoiler alert for Best Served Cold, became a character who we interact with later as the second bartender, and she became the final culprit of the last case. So now I'm wondering, how did that end? Because there's multiple endings to the game. Like, she could leave town, she could, turn herself in, or I'm pretty sure if you get a real bad ending, she kills Hugo, the detective, and potentially even the bartender if you fuck up real bad. So I'm really wondering how this game is going to account for that, if at all, which if it doesn't at all, again, I'm gonna be kind of disappointed because like, that was a big part of the game that I really liked, and what mattered to me is how you interact with the characters and shape your relationships and shape the world around you in your own small way, that kind of thing. That was some of the best parts of the game for me. And so if they completely take that out, just like, oh yeah, all that shit you did previously didn't happen, doesn't matter, fuck you, this is a whole separate thing. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. 20 minutes to spare, not bad. Art, though, like, I've peeked at the art director's Tumblr page from time to time for updates, and as per usual, character designs, art, everything is just 12 out of 10. Excellent. No notes. Thanks for all the help, Sandra. Don't mention it. I know you're new at this, so I don't mind being a bit more hands-on today. You'll get more efficient at the prep as time goes on, trust me. So we're not playing as the same bartender from the first game. Ooh. Okay. Hell, you'd better. I won't be here to help you next time. What do you mean? What, you thought I'd come babysit every night? I had plenty of work to do running the bookshop. Oh, did she take over the bookshop from Vincent? I handle the logistics, you handle the drinks and the customers. That was our agreement when we decided to start this venture, remember? Well, yes, but... Well then, I've provided you the space, handled the renovations and the paperwork, and ordered all the supplies you need. Now, it's your turn to do your part. I believe there are 22 characters total, and they said specifically 6 love interests. They said that right off the bat. What if something goes wrong? What if, I don't know, set the place on fire? Well, maybe don't. What do you expect me to do? Show up with a bucket of water? Well, I mean... better than nothing. You'll be just fine, bartender. You learned from a veteran, remember? Don't worry so much. Or are you questioning the quality of my teaching? No, of course not. Good. I gotta remember the voices I did for everybody. Oh, goddamn. This is gonna be very hit or miss. We don't have quite as much liquor in stock as I'd have liked, though I suppose I have to adjust my expectations. Very few suppliers survived Prohibition, let alone the war. I think it's like 1948 now in alternate universe Europe or something. Stick to 1 drink per customer, okay? Else we'll run out far too quickly. We did that for the first game. You don't think people will mind that? I'm sure they'll understand, considering the hoops I had to jump through just to get good brandy on the menu at all. They really can't complain. Just make your drinks count. We're here to give people a good time, even if we can't make it a long time. Do you think we'll have a lot of customers? I mean, immediately, like, it's nice to look out the windows and see movement, even if it is just a little bit of snow, because previous game we were in the basement of an establishment. What I hope is the bookshop that Sandra is referring to. It's hard to say, but I'm sure we'll find our audience. A lot of people have waited years for a taste of the good old days, and for many more, this will be their first chance to try a proper mixed drink. We're the first cocktail bar to open after the war, so we're at an advantage. But that won't matter unless we can get our patrons hooked, so we'd better make a good impression. Right. No pressure. Why don't you get in a bit of practice and show me what you can do? Prove to me that I chose the right person for the job. Oh god, what can I get you? I'm not going to make it that easy for you, and don't give me that look. Your customers won't either, so you better get used to it. I get it, this is for game purposes, but holy fuck, when you go to a bar, you have to give your order. You don't make the bartender just guess. That's real. In real life, that's dumb. Again, it makes sense from a gameplay perspective. But if I walk into a bar and just tell my bartender, surprise me, and then like get upset they give me something I don't like, that's on me. That's me being a big dumb dummy head. Just saying. Most people don't know exactly what they want, so you'll have to figure out what they'll like based on the hints they give you. I'll go easy on you for this first one. Let's start with a simple cocktail. Something alcoholic with sugar and lime. Pluck a glass from the bar and place it before Sandra. Let's see if I can impress you. Oh god. Oh, here we go. Ooh, drink mixing. Characters will always give you a hint about the drink they are in the mood for. It will be your task to find it and serve it to them. Okay. The recipe list contains all of the cocktails you currently know how to make. When you select an ingredient on the shelf, the recipe list will adjust automatically and show only recipes with that ingredient. Oh, fascinating. So this is already a bit different from the drink making originally, because that was one of my few minor complaints. I think also kind of a complaint at large was the drink making mechanic was too simple and too tedious, because when we started the game, I forget exactly what I said, but I said something along the lines of like, oh, you know, maybe as we go on, it'll get more difficult, but like it didn't. It was pretty much just like the same thing every time, you know? And, you know, there was like some variety in what we did because the drink menu changed from case to case, but it was still kind of like, the drink making mechanic felt a little bit like an afterthought in the first game. So hopefully that is different now. Okay, when you select an ingredient on the shelf, the recipe list will just automatically... Okay. Sandra's asking for a drink called Devil's Kiss. Its recipe card will tell you which ingredients you need to make it. All of the ingredients listed on the recipe card by selecting them on the shelf to the right to make it select brandy, lime juice, and sugar syrup. Okay. Brandy, lime juice. Ooh. Oh, this is already more involved, and I like it. Ironically enough, since we last played Best Served Cold, my husband and I have actually, like, gotten into making proper cocktails. You know, like with a shaker and a jigger and all of that. So now I know what fucking triple sec is. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Oh, there's a jalapeno in there. Okay, so it's different because before we had to do the thing where it's like we drag a thing along a pattern within like a time limit or something. Now we actually have to like craft a recipe, which in my opinion is better. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, we don't know how to make all the drinks yet, I guess. I can't look at it again. Okay. A well-crafted drink. That will do for now. That'll do a donkey. It's bright neon green, though. It looks nuclear. Make sure to serve good drinks, and your customers will love you. Try not to get too experimental. Getting drinks wrong is not going to go over well, so stick to your recipes for now. So that's how I get them to like me. Good drinks. The social aspect is also important, of course. Customers will appreciate you being friendly and supportive, and a good bit of flattery certainly never hurts. But their primary... Jesus, I can't speak. I'm sorry. It is far too early in the morning. I promise when we get to the proper game, I will be more awake, more focused, more here-ish. They're primarily here for the drinks, and the best way to grow a bond is to show your customers that you care about them enough to learn what their favorite is. How do I figure that out? Why, you listen to what they like, of course. Something on our menu is bound to fit their tastes. And don't forget to write it down in that little notebook of yours. Ooh, the notebook. I kept a notebook last time for writing down clues and stuff. I didn't necessarily need to because the game kept track of stuff pretty well. So I have not currently pulled my notebook out. It's sitting over here if I so choose to use it, but we're also just doing the demo. The notebook will help you keep track of the customers you have met and what their favorite drinks are, as well as any other information you may learn about them. Let's open Sandra's profile in the notebook and see what we know about her. Ooh. We know fuck all about Sandra. Dope. Okay. Cool. There you go. So what's your favorite, Sandra? Ah, you'll have to figure that out for yourself, damn it. And before you start trying to butter me up, I may handle the finances, but I'm not your boss. We're partners, remember? So if you want to make more money, you'll have to do it the old-fashioned way by working hard. Throughout the game, you will occasionally encounter the option to flirt. Ooh. You can flirt with as many characters as you want without consequence, but will only be able to choose one romantic partner when the time comes. Okay, so we can hoe around until it comes time to settle down. Got it. Okay. Just business partners? You sly devil. I usually don't mix business and pleasure, but Oh, fine. Maybe you can better me up a little. See where it gets you. Wink. Now then, I should be off for the night, and you should get ready to welcome your first customers. All hot shit. Are you sure you can't stay? Positive. I have an early date tomorrow, and you'll learn a lot more on your own. I'll drop by so you can tell me how it went. So, I do know for certain there are some returning characters based on the trailer. It did not look like Hugo will make a return, because that's also the thing. With this being a standalone game and they don't take into consideration the endings and choices you got from the first game, Hugo's potentially dead. So I guess if that's even the possibility that he ended up dead, then he's just straight up not here at all, which, you know, kind of sucks a little bit. I liked Hugo. All right, we're not gonna be nervous. You can do this, okay? I know you've always dreamed of this. Now's your chance to prove yourself. I believe in you. Thanks, Sandra. Good night, bartender, and good luck. Good night. With that, Sandra rises from the stool and makes her way to the door. After one last thumbs up, she steps out into the chilly October night, leaving you alone in the bar. Oh boy. Ooh, there's people. You finish the rest of your preparations with a mix of excitement and anxiety, trying to remember Sandra's instructions as best you can. These look like new people? Question mark. There's a guy behind my face, which y'all can't see. And we'll get to him. Once the clock strikes 5, you feel a wave of relief at the... That's all, folks. Gosh. I am so tongue-tied this early in the morning, apparently. Like, this is so early in the morning. Like, when I was working full-time, I wouldn't even be at work yet. I started my workday at 8. Jesus Christ. I am so not awake right now. They take their seats and look around the bar, appreciating the decor and browsing the menus. Just as you're about to summon the first customer to the bar, the door swings open once again. A glamorous, slightly disheveled-looking woman steps in from the cold, a woman you recognize. Oh, she in a bad mood. Oh no, she got the mascara tears. You can tell it's been a rough night as soon as she takes a seat at the bar, though she still carries herself with the same pride and elegance you've always admired in her. Good evening, Mrs. Duval. Just evening will do tonight. What voice do I want to give her? Just evening will do tonight, I fear, and just Lottie will do too. Are you all right, Lottie? Honestly, I don't know. I'm afraid I might not be. It's one of those days where it feels like everything's crashing down around me, you know. One of those years, more like. I don't know if I still have it in me to climb out of this rough patch. This might be it for me. I'm spent. I'm so sorry. You hand her a napkin to dry her tears. Tell me what happened. Oh, what is there to say? It's nothing glamorous this time. No suitors fighting over me or anything like that. It's just the same old problem. Your husband? Oh, God. She nods sadly and attempts to wipe away a new wave of tears. He was already a drunk and a pig back in the day, but it feels like it's only gotten worse, and he's gotten so cruel since the... Where is he? I will fight him. I will throw hands for you, babes. Okay. He's got his own burdens to deal with, his own pain. I know he has his reasons for the things he says, the way he treats me, but sometimes... I didn't mean for her to have a southern accent, but I think that's kind of where this direction is going, so we're gonna roll with it. Sometimes I wish he had never come home. Okay, so he's a war veteran, her husband. Okay. Is that wicked of me? Am I a terrible human being? I don't think so. I never felt more free, more capable than when he was away. I even quit smoking. But now that he's home, it's like he brought all of that darkness and violence with him. So I don't know how long the demo lasts. I'm gonna be completely honest. I did not finish the demo for Best Served Cold on purpose because I wanted to leave the rest as like a first experience for the first playthrough type of deal. Like, we got a decent ways into it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna really like this game. I will save this for a proper playthrough. I don't know if I'll be doing the same today. We will see. And I don't think anyone's coming to save me. I'm here for you, Lottie. You're not alone. She smiles warmly, though the tears start rolling again. You don't think they're tears of sadness this time. If there's anything I can do, anything at all, just say the word and I'll come running. You can't let life keep you down. You just need to get back up and dust yourself off. Yeah, here. Yeah, I'm here for you, Lottie. Thank you, sweetheart. You're an angel. She reaches out over the bar and squeezes your hand, a look of determination on her face. Perhaps it's time I stopped surviving and started taking charge of my life again. After all, a real diva never surrenders. You go, girl boss. That's the spirit. Thank you for listening. It's so good to see your face again, Pumpkin. Oh, she says Pumpkin. Maybe a southern accent was correct after all. Or should I say bartender now? You did follow your dream in the end, I see. Yes, I did, now that prohibition's over. I'm happy for you. I know you've wanted this for a long time. Gives me faith that it's not too late to turn my life around too. Even if it isn't the law stopping me like it was in your case. I'm always here if you need my help, even if I'm not a PI anymore. Oh. We were a private investigator before. Fascinating. Oh, I know, dear. I suppose that's exactly why I'm here. Oh? Don't worry, it's nothing I require a private eye for. Nobody's been kidnapped this time around. Not like the last time I sat crying in your office. Girl, details. Give now. I'm not sure I'd call the bar my office. Tonight, I need a drink more than I've ever needed anything in my life. The less of this night I remember tomorrow morning, the better. I thought you'd stop drinking. Oh, darling, I'm not the same woman I was when I made that decision. I gave it the old college try, but no resolutions last forever. You know that. Not in my life, anyway. I'll give it another go when the new year rolls around, but on a night like this, I couldn't care less. Thank God she said the correct version. So many people say I could care less, which is like, that means you actually could care less. That English degree I almost got is coming out. What can I get you, Lottie? Come now, I'm sure you still remember what I like. A nice pink orchard. Question is, can you make it as well as they did at the Starlight Lounge? You pluck a glass from the bar and place it before Lottie on the counter. Only one way to find out. All right. Pink orchard. Each recipe shows you how alcoholic a cocktail is. The higher the number, the more a customer's alcohol bar will fill up when served, and the more intoxicated they will become. We're gonna get some people nice and toasted. Each customer has a different alcohol tolerance indicated by these markers on their alcohol bar. Making customers intoxicated may make them more loose-lipped, but be careful. Giving a customer more than they can handle will make them leave early. Alright. So, Pink Orchard. Okay, so we do need to actually click on the ingredients themselves. Maybe... when we do a proper playthrough, I'm not sure where my webcam should be. Maybe bottom right? That's a future problem. We'll deal with that. Alright. Ooh, I wonder what this means. Does this mean we've made this once? Until we get to like a mastery level or something? Alright, let's see. Let's do brandy and lemon juice and fruit syrup. There we go. And it's a cocktail shaker too. Ooh, that looks nice. I would like me some of that. Oh, she's in a good mood now. Oh, this is divine. I've waited a long time to be able to taste this again, and it was all worth it. I'm a fruity cocktail type of girly. Thank you, sweetheart. That was sorely needed. Perhaps I should come here more often. It'd do me good to see a friendly face on the regular again, and we have so much to catch up on. I would love that. Then it's a deal. No, a promise. Next time, I'll be in a better mood, and we'll talk old times. Now then, I'll go have a seat and socialize a bit and let you do your job. I'll talk to you again later, yes? See you later, Lottie. Summoning a customer. Let's catch up with Lottie later. As long as the customer remains in the bar, they can be spoken to again whenever you want. In the meantime, we can serve someone else. Select any customer to summon them to the bar. Let's try it out on this mysterious young man in the back. Ooh, he cute. A tall, lanky-looking man takes a seat at the bar. He seems positively thrilled to be here, beaming widely. Good evening. Good evening, bartender. What can I get you, sir? I didn't really think about that yet. I was so excited for a drink, I forgot about the whole ordering part. It's alright, I can figure something out. What kind of flavors do you like? I'd like to try something with brandy, but not too strong, and maybe something with triple sec. That's orange flavored, right? It is. You've never had it before? No, I was only 11 when Prohibition started, and I was never adventurous enough to try visiting a speakeasy. It's probably for the best. From what I've heard, they were rather eventful places. Seems I was right to never trust my luck. Now then, let's see what I can make you. Oh, I look forward to it. Like a clean glass from the red, blah, 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 blah. Okay, brandy and triple sec. But not too strong. Ooh, yeah, because he has a low alcohol tolerance, so we probably want to go for the Autumn Glow. The orange juice and a soda pop. There we go. Give that a try. I do like this drink-making mechanic a lot better than the first one. Being able to actually craft a recipe together like a proper bartender. It's very nice. Oh wow, I love this. This is just what I was looking for. I wasn't sure what to expect before I came tonight, but this place sure doesn't disappoint. This is your opening night, isn't it? It is. It's my first time managing the bar alone. I hope you're enjoying yourself then. Well, I am. It's been quite exciting. You know what? Let's match his energy. I'm happy for you. Hi, puppy. Oh, assistant bartender is coming to assist. Hi, honey. Well, we already made the drink, so you're a little late. You was sleeping on the job. That's okay. You're still cute. You want to get down? There you go. All right. The man begins to speak again, but is interrupted by a sudden flurry of coughs. Sorry about that. Are you alright? It's fine, nothing contagious at least. I'm afraid weak lungs run in my family. I was never any good at sports. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not into the sports ball. I count my lucky stars to live in a time of central heating, but the dry air doesn't always agree with me. I should step out for a bit. Thank you for the drink, bartender. My pleasure. Say, before I go, would it be possible to put this one on my tab? Your tab? Yeah, bars used to do that sort of thing right before Prohibition. So I've been told, anyway. Well, I mean, you're supposed to pay your tab before you leave. I suppose they did, but does that mean you plan on coming here often? Oh, yes, I feel quite relaxed here. I'd be happy to become a regular, as they say. In that case, sure, I'll put it on your tab. Opening night, anything for the customer. Customer's always right. Thank you so much. My name's... I don't want to butcher this. Oh, goddamn, I'm such a white American. I'm so sorry. My name's Ramcharan Iyengar. Ramcharan. I hope that's how you pronounce that. Ramcharan? You can call me Ram. Most people do. Okay. Nice to meet you, Ram. Likewise. I'm sorry. I live in Alabama, okay? I can't help it. We're not cultured at all here. Can't stay too long tonight. I have an appointment tomorrow morning. I'm going to step out for some fresh air, but I'll wait before I go in case the lady needs a chaperone. I promise. The what? That's kind of... The lady? Is he referring to Lottie? Oh, don't mention it. It's my pleasure, really. Farewell, bartender. Enjoy your night. You too. I assume he's not talking about me, because we're supposed to be gender neutral. Oh, Lottie's having a chit-chat with this fellow. The man walks over to the bar and gets comfortable on the stool. He smiles politely, waiting for you to address him. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Black Briar. And a good evening to you too, barkeep. I'm very happy to be here tonight. Very happy indeed. You can tell as soon as he speaks that the man is a foreigner from Albion. Albion? White American, again. And a proper gentleman at that. Bertrand Topland Harper, hetero service. You're quite pleased to meet you, Bertrand. Oh, the pleasure is all mine, believe me. Considering the kind of day I've been having, your flyer could not have come across my desk at a better time. I'm positively parched. What can I get you, sir? Well, I did have a gander at your lovely menu already, but I must admit I'm not terribly experienced when it comes to cocktails. I can help you figure out what you'd like. Oh, now that is a fine suggestion. I'm gonna spit. I'd love a drink with a bit of sugar on the rim. That's always fun, but make it strong. If I'm only having that one, I'd better make it count. Of course, sir. Coming right up. Splendid. Yay. One cocktail coming up. That action bit was not italicized. Developers, we have a text error. We will. Anyway, I literally already forgot what he said. He said sugar on the rim, a bit of sugar on the rim, but make it strong. Oh. Some of these don't have any alcohol at all. Oh, fascinating. So, maybe this one? Looks like it has sugar on the rim and it's 7% alcohol. Alright. Brandy, triple sec, and lemon juice. There we go. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Yay! Oh, now this is superb. You've really outdone yourself. It's so good to see an establishment like yours open up again after the war. It really makes one feel like that dark chapter is well and truly closed. Great War. This started in the 1920s. When was World War I? I know that was referred to as the Great War in history. Hold. We're going on a sidetrack. How long did World War I last? Just over 4 years, from July 1914 to November 1918. Oh. Maybe World War II? But that didn't start until the 30s, I think. 1939 to November 1945. Okay, so perhaps just some general vague war. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's referring to World War II? But I don't know if World War II was ever referred to as the Great War. Anyway. If I didn't have work in the morning, I'd stay all night, but alas, I have one hell of a week ahead of me. I should get rest while I can. Tough time at work? Oh, you've no idea. It's been us old codgers holding down the fort until the young lads are back in action after their time at the front, and the bigwigs at the office are working us to the bone right now, preparing for an upcoming audit. Well, we're open all days of the week. You're welcome whenever you need to relax. I fear that won't be in the cards for me until the audit has passed, but if I'm alive by the time it has, I'll be right here for a drink. Now then, it's been a real pleasure, bartender. I should be off, but I look forward to my next visit. Enjoy your evening. There's someone I'm specifically waiting for. Alright, we'll talk to Lottie again. Ooh, what's this? The stack! How very Sandra to put an archival research terminal in the bar. I remember this thing. Press the power button, the monitor blinks to life, displaying the familiar Silas Tech logo. Machine operates on one per... We have to pay for questions? God damn it! Bitch! Hate it here. Is there anything else we can click on? Ooh, phone? You pick up the horn and are greeted by the familiar dial tone. This could probably come in handy someday, but for now you probably have more important things to be doing than making personal phone calls on the job. Okay. So we have access to a telephone. The photos back here... I think this one is of Vincent, the owner of the speakeasy. if I recall correctly, I vaguely, very, very vaguely remember seeing like an old photo of Vincent when he had hair. And that mustache certainly looks the same. I think that's supposed to be Vincent there. Which, you know, gonna be real awkward, because also one of the possibilities of the first game, I think if you get a bad ending, Vincent dies because Sandra stabs him. Anyway. Oh, a kitty. Oh, that's right, Sandra had a cat. Y'all can't see behind my face, but there's a photo of a cat here. Alright, Lottie. Oh, you're not tempting me into another round, are you? I don't have the supplies for that yet, I'm afraid. Ha, I was only joking, Pumpkin. Let's chit-chat, What shall we talk about? There's so much to catch up on. Unless characters have something specific they want to discuss, like introducing themselves, you can choose what you'd like to talk to them about. Each question you want to ask will cost you 1 action. You will start every conversation with a minimum of 2, but you can obtain more by serving drinks. How many actions a drink gives you is determined by the smoothness. Oops, sorry. Which you can find on the recipe card next to the alcohol percentage. A ruined drink will reduce your actions for that customer to 1%. When the customer has no action points remaining, they will go home for the night. Okay, so we can ask about life or home or company. We have 3 actions, so I guess we'll just go down the line. Do you think the Starlight Lounge will open up again? Oh, Pumpkin, you know I've never been a religious woman, but I've prayed for that every night since the day it closed. Prayed to whoever's out there. The goddess, some angel investor, Hades, I don't care as long as they like showbiz. I'm sure it will reopen. It simply must. People of taste need a place to go. Not that the Blackbriar isn't a wonderful little venue, of course. If you ever thought about hiring a live singer, I'd certainly consider it. Oh, but the acoustics. It's okay, I understand. I'm reading through a book right now. God, who is the author? It's a 1920s speakeasy novel. It's called Murder Knocks Twice. By... who the fuck wrote this? The Susanna Calkins. Yeah, Murder Knocks Twice by Susanna Calkins. I'm in the middle of reading that. And describing the speakeasy there, it's literally like the owners bought up a whole block of buildings and converted the basement space of all of them into one huge speakeasy. So it's a lot different from... what was the speakeasy name? The Nightcap in this place. Because, like, they have, like, a stage and live performers and card rooms and cigarette girls and blah, 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 blah. All of the speakeasy features. Very interesting. Enjoying it so far. I'm, like, a third of the way through, and I do quite like it. It's okay, I understand. I like just the little animations here, like, when you go past... like on the alcohol meter, like telling how bubbly they are. It's the little things that makes a nice touch. Like, that's not to say that Best Served Cold was like a poorly made game or anything like that. It absolutely wasn't. But like, I think so far, just like the little bit that I've seen of this game, like, you could really tell that there was love put into this, like a lot of care and thought into this game. Because like I said, like, I don't know if they ever even planned for a sequel when they released Best Served Cold. If I had to guess, that's probably a no. But like I said, I'm sure they didn't expect it to be as successful as it was. I've enjoyed doing other things in the past few years, of course, but radio gigs or the occasional fundraising concert just don't compare to singing at the lounge. I miss the glitz and glamour, the backup singers, the adoring audience throwing roses onto the stage. Especially that last part, I bet. Oh, yes. Will you be able to get home all right? Offering your services as a chauffeur, are you? You want me to carry you home? What a wonderful suggestion. I was joking. You're not flaking on me already, are you? I'm sure you could do it if you put your back into it. I'm not sure my back would agree. You better let me do my stretches first. She laughs hardly, and for a moment you see a glimmer of the old Lottie shining through the clouds. Oh, I'm only teasing you, dear. Don't worry about me. Some fresh air and a walk through the park would probably do me good. Besides, I believe that young man with the outlandish haircut came from the same direction I did. I saw him further down the street when I was making my way over here. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past. Y'all bet when we do a proper playthrough, I am absolutely most definitely going to be making the same jokes when we do a proper playthrough. A, because I'm repetitive and unoriginal and uncreative, and B, ADHD go, and I will most likely forget. We're gonna have a little peek at the notebook here. Ooh, we know so many people. Managed to give it drinking for some time, though it didn't last. Former client from my days as a PI, once glamorous Landsinger, whose glory and optimism have both faded over the years. Oh, that's sad. She's the manager of Libraria, the local bookstore. I'm almost positive that was the name of the bookstore above the speakeasy. Oh, that makes me so happy. With an aversion to work and responsibility despite his frail constitution, he seems determined to enjoy all of life's pleasures. Polite, well-mannered foreigner, seems a bit stuffy, clearly a worldly and educated man with much wisdom to share. Okay. You mean Ram? Ram, huh? What a funny name. Don't worry about me. I'm sure I can convince him to chaperone me if I employ my feminine wiles. I've still got it, you know. I'm sure you do, Lottie. Do you and Bertrand know each other? They were sitting at the same table. Well, we do now, I suppose. A little, anyway. But before tonight, not at all. Why were you talking to him? Is it so strange for a cultured woman such as myself to want to meet erudite? My almost English degree is failing me. In my area, especially ones with an intriguing foreign accent. Single men, you mean? Don't go getting any funny ideas. I'm a married woman, you know, and my eye doesn't wander. My interest is purely social, I assure you. Besides, he said his heart was already set on someone anyway. So you did ask him. Lottie doesn't answer, but you see typo! You see a mischievous twinkle in her eye as she takes another sip from her drink. I don't know if reporting a bug would apply for a typo, but whatever. That'll be all from me, Pumpkin. Time to find a chaperone and head home. Take care. Until next time, Lottie. When you've spoken to everyone you want to speak to, you can ring this bell on the counter to end the workday. That dupe is somebody I'm waiting for. Tuesday! Ooh, a young man takes a seat at the bar. Ooh, Sandra's here. She has a book. He quickly glances back at the two companions he came in with, who give him an encouraging thumbs up. Good evening, barkeep. Good evening, sir. I like what you've done with the place. It looks a lot more stylish than what I expected when when I decided to come here. You know, considering the location. No offense, of course. None taken. I know the Stacks used to be a rough neighborhood. Stacks. Oh, I know somebody who mentioned the Stacks before. Oh boy. The piss they serve over at the Stacks. Yes, quiet. I think what I want to do, there's so far, I think, no release date announced yet for this game. But I think when there is, I think I want to make sure we'll probably replay Best Served Cold. Just to kind of, you know, get real proper acquainted with some of the folks. I hope it hasn't lost too much of its unique character. Not too much, it's just gotten more expensive to live here. From what my dad tells me, it's gotten expensive everywhere. I mean, from what I've noticed, from my personal experience, the housing market, it's in shambles. This guy's so socially anxious. Hashtag relatable. My name is Alfie, by the way. I live a few blocks over on the boulevard. Just Alfie? Do I need to sign a guest book to be able to order a drink here or something? No, that's alright. Good. In that case, just Alfie is fine. Well then, what can I get you, Alfie? He looks at the menu pensively, like he's studying a great work of art. Ah, yes, some good old classics. I've enjoyed many of these in my time. What do you mean in your time? You look like a baby. I think I'll have a devil's kiss. Of course, sir, coming right up. Wonderful. I'm not gonna question his age. This is the 40s. We don't give a shit. We'll give alcohol to toddlers. Alright, one cocktail coming right up. We did make this before. Okay, so it's everything we've made before has a little filled in shaker here. What I assume might happen, or what I'm guessing is going to happen, once we get to 3, then that's considered maybe like a mastery, and we can just click on the drink over here, and then it'll automatically over on this side fill out the ingredients. That's my guess. If that's not how it is, that's how it should be. Developers, take notes. Right, lime juice and sugar syrup. Wee! I said it for Best Served Cold. I'm saying it here. Like, in any game with food, it's very easy to make me hungry. Both Best Served Cold and this one, it makes me thirsty. I am very easily influenced by video games. Oh, this is delicious. Alfie keeps as straight a face as he can manage after taking a sip, but you can tell it takes him considerable effort. This one has a bit of an afterburn to it. Would you like a complimentary glass of soda with that, sir? It's on the house. Yes, please. We also apparently have non-alcoholic drinks, which, you know what? That's cool as shit. I'll go and sit with my friends now. Thank you for the drink, bartender. As you watch Alfie carry his drinks back to the table, you get the feeling that cocktail isn't going to be touched for the rest of the evening. It's probably for the best. Oh boy. He's doing his best. Sandra! Hey. Good evening, bartender. Evening, Sandra. Go on then, don't keep me waiting. How was your first night? The building is still standing, so I'm cautiously optimistic. It was great! I'm glad to hear it. All happy customers, I hope? Yes, I think so, by the end of the night anyway. Wonderful, excellent job! I didn't fuck up anything super horribly. I have time to relax this evening and I'm dying for a good drink, so I'll stick around today. Something on your mind? I'm always here if you need to talk. Alright, let's get her a drink first. Let me buy you a drink. Let's see if I can impress you. Ooh, something dark and creamy. Ew. Creamy. Let's go with cream. I know someone else who might like this. Anyway, just waiting. I'm just waiting, and I have thoughts. Oh, do trust. We will get there. Cold winter. This is on the menu at the nightcap. Excellent work, bartender. This is marvelous. I knew you wouldn't disappoint. Something on your mind? Oh, yes. What's with the big machine in the back? Hey, who are you calling big machine? She's a special model, you know. I'm used to them being a little more portable. Those little desktop trinkets are just a novelty. They're nothing compared to a good old-fashioned terminal like this one. Her recall speed is almost instant, you know that? And she comes with 24/7 support and a direct connection to a personal case manager of the archives. Ilya, my girly pop. I hope she's still there. Okay, I admit that's impressive. You bet it is. A unit like this doesn't just have access to Silas Tech's digital encyclopedia and library, but all of the archives. Everything from newspapers and magazines to old photos and documents. Alright. Just how much did you spend on this thing? Not a cent. Well, unless you count the bonsai on top. It felt a bit empty up there. And it does give a little nice little touch. You got it for free? There are some advantages to knowing Silas Tech's head archivist, you know? Is that Ilya? Oh, is there a sweet little angel baby moving up in the world? Sure, but why put it in the bar? As citizens of the world, it is our duty to keep ourselves informed and our customers as well. Meaning we're gonna need it to solve some fucking cases. I couldn't agree more. I thought you would. I'll see if I can dig up the admin code so you can use it whenever you want. It'll probably be of use to you. No clue where I put it, though. It might take me a while. God dang it. Thank you, Sandra. Alright, don't you miss being a bartender? Sometimes, sure. This bar was everything to me when I was younger. When I first came to own it, I spent a lot of good nights here. So if I remember, this is also kind of why I want to replay Best Served Cold, but we're kind of doing the same pose. I kind of want to replay Best Served Cold before we do a proper playthrough. I'm trying to remember Sandra's backstory. She worked for the Criminal Underground, then worked for... Fuck, what was his name? King? Who was the leader of the Criminal Underground until he got all moited. And then Sandra worked as a bartender at the place, which I guess was here, and then came back and just took over the bar like she owned the place. And then Prohibition hit, and then she lost it. And then she ended up at the nightcap, and then she got sold out and went to prison for a year, and then came out and stabbed Vincent, and Some bad ones as well, of course, but none that didn't help me earn my stripes. Supposedly there was a fucking massacre in here. I hope you cleaned all the blood out of the floorboards. Sounds wonderful. It was, but that was a long time ago. I'm not that person anymore. Library is my home now, my passion. I've spent 15 years as its faithful steward, and I intend to continue for many more. No more late nights on my feet for me. Besides, it's time for me to pass the torch to a new generation, wouldn't you say? Prohibition was already a disaster for our craft, and then the war almost put the final nail in the coffin. So much knowledge was lost, so many bars shut down, breweries and distilleries went under. Talented mixologists died at the front. It's important for people like you to pick up the shaker, to carry on where they left off. Not old-timers like me. You're not old. Haha, good answer. I mean, like, she's got some streaks here, but I wouldn't even really call those gray streaks. I don't think. Maybe she's in, like, her 40s, possibly? I don't know. I've taught you all I know. Now I'm perfectly happy to sit back and enjoy the fruits of my labor. Fruits meaning free cocktails on the house? Exactly. Don't forget, bartender, I am the house. Right. Alright, do you have any tips for me? You're eager to learn, aren't you? I like that. Reminds me of myself when I was younger. Just remember, you're a beginner. Don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Simple? Give people what they ask for and stick to your recipes. The more you practice, the more you'll get the hang of them. With a bit of luck, I'll be able to get my hands on more ingredients eventually, but there should be enough options there already to appease every customer. Just make sure to provide enough variety so your customers won't get bored. And don't forget about the mocktails. No need to waste precious alcohol on a customer that may not enjoy it. What about the social side of things? The social side? Well, I'm sure I don't need to tell you to be nice to people. That should be a given. Of course. You don't have to endorse bad behavior, but try to keep your cool even when someone rubs you the wrong way. Stay professional. That includes people you suspect of wrongdoing. Remember, everyone wears a mask. What you see isn't always what you get. It's just what they decide to show you. People will hide things, will lie to you. Try not to take it personally. Sometimes they're even lying to themselves. When you wear a mask long enough, you start to believe it's a part of you. So how do I get the truth? Be observant, of course, but most of all, be patient. Once you prove you can be trusted, that you have their best interests at heart, people will open up to you. Thank you, Sandra. Alright, I think that's it. How do we exit conversation? I should get back to work. Indeed you should. Don't let me distract you. I like that they have their drinks in front of them. Was that a thing in the first game? I don't remember. But it is a nice touch. Who is you? The young woman takes a seat in front of you. She doesn't greet you, simply observing the menu behind you with tired eyes. Ooh, girly pop's got tattoos. I like her already. Between the leather jacket and the tattoos, it's pretty obvious that who the two young men she came in with have been trying to impress tonight. Good evening. Vermouth, triple sec, nothing sweet. Okay. Say less. Is there a problem? No, I'm just used to there being more talking involved when people order is all. She looks you up and down dubiously. This is a bar, isn't it? Not a support group. Okay. For some, it's probably both. Sounds very healthy. I'll just get you that drink now. Okay. One cocktail coming right up. I'm also really glad it gives you the reminder here for dum-dums like me with very short-term memory. All right. Vermouth. Triple sec. So Stargazer. Okay. And then gin. I hate gin. Ben loves it. I do not. Yay! Oh yeah, love that. Good stuff. Thanks. She takes her drink and turns to go. Wait, can I have your name at least? Sure, it's Mel Bunia. Nice to meet you, Mel. I guess. We'll be seeing ya. Well, that's less talking I have to do, so, you know. I ain't mad. Oh, Broski puts his knee up. The roguish-looking boy strolls up to the bar and drapes himself on the stool. You can tell right away that this is one to watch out for. Must you sit with your foot up on the chair like that? I must. Okay. Don't worry, I wiped my feet when I came in. I wasn't raised in a barn, you know. Really? You wouldn't say. He lowers his boot to the upper footrest with a devious smile. It seems you were right on the money. He enjoys riling you up. So can I order or what? Do your parents know you're out drinking? Excuse me, I haven't got any parents. Is he fucking with me? Sure you do. Whatever, I'm a grown man. I'm allowed to sit here and have a drink. Great, then you should have no trouble showing me some identification. What kind of outfit are you running here? I didn't card that guy. He squints angrily like he's sizing you up. For a moment, you wonder if he is about to start trouble, but then he seems to realize his future access to cocktails depends on getting along with you. He grumbles and slides a crumpled paper ID across the counter. You can just about read the name. Mateo... blah, blah, blah. Age 20. Thank you, sir. Yeah, whatever. Would you like that drink now? Why else would I be in this bar? I'd like a real drink. Nothing with a little umbrella in it or whatever. Maybe something with a little bite to it. Can you do that? Of course, sir. Uh-huh. See, this guy... I'm not a fan of him at the moment. Obviously, we just met him. But it feels like... You know, where certain other individuals, other bad boys that we have met before were more charming. This one's just kind of a brat. And just immature. Anyway, something with a bite to it, something spicy. That's not very specific. Something spicy. I mean, the Devil's Kiss had a jalapeno in it. I presume he doesn't want a mocktail. Something spicy. Can't go up to 8 because that's his limit and he'll leave. And he said he wanted no sugar. I mean, I guess we go with Devil's Kiss again. Feels like we're just making the same thing repeatedly, but you know, whatever. You master this recipe, you can auto-mix it! Yes! Look at me! I'm so smart in figuring out the game already. Wee! Damn, that's good. You really know what you're doing, huh? I feel like I should give him more of a voice like, damn, that's good. You really know what you're doing, huh? Like, maybe it's just because I'm in my early 30s. I don't know. Name's Teddy, by the way. Only old geezers call me Mateo. Alright, Teddy, fine. You better remember it, too. You're the only cocktail joint in town right now, so I plan on coming here a lot. Oh, great. He nods, taking his drink and returns to his seat. Cool. Well, I guess we talk to people now? Hey again, bartender. I can chat for a bit if you'd like. What do you do for fun, Alfie? Nothing very exciting, if I'm honest. I'm not very outgoing. I only came to the bar because Teddy asked me to, and I do like it here, of course, but I usually prefer to spend time alone at home. Ah, man. That probably sounds pretty boring. I get it. I'm an introvert, too. Really? That's surprising for a bartender. Maybe we have more in common than I thought. Ooh. Oh. I don't know if Alfie's a love interest. If he is, I'm not gonna romance him. Like I said, Alfie and Teddy, they seem like babies. So what do you do for fun then? Well, I like reading and puzzles and board games and all that, but my main hobby is playing chess. Oh, Elena, my heart and soul taken from us far too young. Maybe Maria will come in. I hope she's still with... Fuck, what's her name? Clara? I can remember names, maybe sometimes. Ugh. I don't like to brag or anything, but I'm pretty good at it. Do you play with your friends? Nah, I can't even get Teddy to try it. He thinks it's boring and lame. My schoolmates play with me sometimes, but they're too easy to beat. That's fine, though. It's just something I enjoy for myself. I go to the chess club 2 times a week. That's usually where I get my practice in. The other guys there are all a bit younger than me. Oh, excuse me. I've been playing the longest. I don't get that much of a challenge out of them either. But Miss Papa, my teacher, that's Maria. That's Maria, is really good. She's an international master in everything. My heart. Oh, that's impressive. It is. She's a family friend, so I've known her since I was little. She taught me everything I know. Who does she have a wife? What is her name? I don't know if I have what it takes to become a master like her, but to be honest, I don't really care either. Oh, probably not. Because that's one of those things. I think you have to get Maria and Clara together in Best Served Cold. So that's one of those things that potentially might not happen. Okay. I'll talk about some more specific things I'm hoping for at the end, I guess. I just play it because I like it. I like to learn and get better and to challenge myself with every match. That's enough for me. Sounds like a healthy mindset. Alright. So are you in college? Not yet. I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do. I wish I had more time. Well... You're a bright kid. I'm sure you could do whatever you set your mind to. Am I old? Like, as a bartender? Maybe. That's what my teachers keep saying too, but I don't know. Is he in high school? Oh no, did we serve an underage kid? I'm just scared of making the wrong choice. I don't want to disappoint my parents. Well... It's your life, not theirs. What they want shouldn't matter. Maybe you're right. What would you like to do? Well, I'm still going back and forth on it, but for a while now I've been thinking about getting into computer engineering. Ooh. You know, like what they do at Silas Tech. Developing the machines of the future, tools that can really help people. Okay, I'll say it. I'll reiterate at the end. But what I hope they do, my biggest hope for this game, at this point, if it's not already in here, I don't know if it'll even be possible. But when we played Life is Strange Reunion, the latest Life is Strange game, at the beginning, they gave us an option, like a screen of like, okay, what were your previous choices? You know, like, did you romance this person? What did you do with this choice? And blah, 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 blah. Just to kind of like set the scene for the incoming game, I guess. So what I think would be really nice is if you say, yes, you've played Best Served Cold, have a screen where you can be like, who did you romance, if anybody? You know, like, what choices did you make for this? Because like I said, we didn't make a ton of significant choices, but there were definitely a few that, you know, like, altered some characters' paths that, if they return, which I know at least one of them does, I'm still waiting, that could, you know, have significantly altered the course of that person's life, which then in turn would, theoretically, you would think, have effects on how, you know, things that are brought up in this game, you know? Again, maybe it's something that's already planned. I don't know. Like, I do have to reiterate, this is just the demo. But I think, at least so far, that's my biggest hope for the full release, is if you do select that you've played Best Served Cold, it's like, I just want my previous choices to matter, you know? Like, especially the romances and, you know, some of the choices I made, because, like, one of the tags that the game has on Steam is choices matter. And so then if we come into this game, you know, it's like a standalone game, and it's like the previous choices didn't happen, then it's like almost like the game saying, no, your choices didn't matter. Which, again, I know that this is a standalone game, so maybe there's only so much they can do, but that's my biggest hope for right now, is if you do select that you've played Best Served Cold, you have the option to be like, okay, here were my choices that I made before. You know? Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything super intricate. And I imagine that, you know, what they do have done of the game so far, you know, they might have to change some things, add in some extra, like, dialogue and all that ish here and there. Which, you know, could, I hope would be feasible. But like I said, like, that, how Life is Strange Reunion did it, literally, like, as you're going into the game, it's like, did you romance this person, or were you friends with them? And then another, did you romance this person, or were you friends with them? Because there were only like 2 romance options. Back in the very first Life is Strange game, did you do this or did you do that? And then for Double Exposure, did you do this or did you do that? Like that kind of thing. Just very simple, a list, like a checklist almost. That's my biggest hope. Because like I said, I just want my choices to matter. That's my biggest thing. Because in a game, like, obviously, these types of games, they don't have any, like, super intricate gameplay mechanics. Like, not to say it's bad or anything. But the story and the characters are what make the game. And so then when you're given choices to kind of like immerse yourself in it and make it your own sort of thing, I don't want that just tossed out the window with this new game, you know? Anyway, that sounds pretty complicated. Why you gotta go and make things so complicated? I guess so, but I like that about it. It's exciting. You're always trying and learning new things, solving problems. I've always liked maths and science. I guess it's just how my brain works. Why would your parents be disappointed then? Well, they're kind of special. They're both really creative. They're very big into the arts. They're my role models. But I'm nothing like that. I don't have an artistic bone in my body, and I hate being in the spotlight. My mom taught me sculpting and oil painting and all of that when I was little, and I was rubbish at all of it. Did we know any artists? Anyone we know who could potentially be one or both of his parental units? None that immediately come to mind that I'm remembering. I was always more interested in tinkering with things in their workshop, learning to solder and work with lights and such. It's your future, Alfie, not theirs. You need to follow your heart. I know, it's just... If I'm being a computer engineer and committing to being dorky and uncool forever, I could use them in my corner at least. I understand. Okay. Are those two your friends? You mean Mel and Teddy? Yeah, well, more or less. Teddy's my best friend. We've known each other since I was 11. Is he a friend from school? Oh no, he's older than me. I think we served an underage kid. We met at the reading workshops Miss Sandra used to do on Saturday mornings in the back of the bookshop. I was already a good reader, but it was just after my dad left Bukovi for work, so I think Mom just wanted the free mornings to get the housework done. You didn't have a choice, huh? I didn't mind. Being around other kids made me feel a bit less lonely after he was gone, honestly. Teddy needed some help at first. That's how we started hanging out. I guess we never really stopped. Sounds like you two are close. We are, yeah. He was over at our house so often, it was like having an older brother sometimes. We're not as close as we used to be, though. I guess we both have other friends now. You mean Mel? Yeah, I don't know her all that well. She's mainly Teddy's friend, but she's pretty cool, I guess. You guess? Well, she's got a cool motorcycle, and she knows a lot about the world and all that. But it's nothing really, forget it. You can tell Alfie is frustrated, but he's not quite ready to share with you. You might open up more once you know each other better. Oh god. I should get home, I have a curfew. But I'm safe, Alfie. Did Sandra have any extra actions? Oh, we have one still. You know, I guess we don't need to use every single action, I suppose. Yeah, right. Well, let's talk to Mel. Hey. Good evening, Mel. You wanted something? I like your tattoos. I mean, yeah. Thanks, me too. Why does the snake have a sword? Do they mean anything? She holds up her hand so you can read the text on her knuckles. Says rest easy. These two say rest and easy. It means rest easy. Snarky little bitch. I meant the other ones. She shrugs. Do they have to? Can't they just be pretty? You know what? That's so fair and valid. I've had people ask me, like some of my tattoos have special meaning to me, sure. But some of them, I just like how they look, man. Do I need to give them special meaning? To have them on my body? No. They can, and they are. Good. Do you have any yourself? Inks, I mean? I do, yes. Can I see? Show her your tattoo. Wicked. Mel hesitates for a moment, then turns and brushes her hair back so you can see her neck more clearly. You expect her to point at the beautiful swallow tattooed there, but her finger instead rests on a small star below her jaw. I got this one in honor of a friend of mine, Jacob. You remind me of him a little bit before he died. I don't think we knew anybody named Jacob in Best Served Cold. Hi, puppy! There is a puppy afoot. Oh, and he's already gone. Is that little star is a memento? She nods softly. I love you, dragon. Just say you went on a 12-year quest and the tattoo gives you powers. I like that answer so much better. Yeah, I didn't pay like $1,000 for this sleeve and sit in the chair for like 6 hours to get it. I went on a magical quest and it was branded onto me. Yes, thank you very much. Lago's ringing his goddamn bell. He's empty. Pardon me while I retrieve puppy. Bartending assistant has returned. Alright, are you gonna settle or are you gonna be a brat? Oh, he's settling. Oh, that's my baby. A few good things about streaming this early in the morning. He gets his morning nap, so usually he's pretty chill. What about all the other stars? Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. Mel doesn't answer, but she doesn't need to, as she folds her hands in front of her on the bar top. The look in her eyes tells you all you need to know. She probably doesn't want to talk about it. Would you like to talk about it? I don't. No good comes from picking at scabs. It just makes for a bigger scar. So fair and valid. Well, if you change your mind, I'm a good listener. Thanks for offering. Oh, we're getting through to her. This is gonna become your support group eventually, babes. You wait. So what do you do for a living? I'm an AMT. I fix planes. Ooh. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. I guess so. Sounds like hard work. It's okay, really. Is it difficult? Kinda, yeah. Do you enjoy it? It's fine. Girly pop holds a conversation like me. Not a big fan of yes-no questions, are you? Mel says nothing, merely taking a sip from her drink in silence. Still, you feel like you've got your answer. So how'd you become an AMT? I applied for the job. Okay, let's try a different topic. I like Mel. How come you're hanging out with those two? I'm not really. I just tolerate them following me around. Oh, that's not the same thing. It looks pretty similar. Yeah. You notice her avoiding eye contact when she continues speaking. I was away from Bukobi for a long time. I'm still not sure what to do with myself since getting back. I was just like L.A. Noire, where it's like, ooh, they're looking away, not making eye contact. That means suspicious behavior. I don't have many people to talk to anymore. Most of them were, well, it doesn't matter. My voice is a little croaky. I am not awake this early in the morning. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock, so, you know, I guess it's not that early anymore. I need more water. Those two, they're kind of annoying sometimes, but I don't know. I guess it's just nice to be around people that still have their whole life ahead of them. I kind of need that right now. You still have your life ahead of you, too. She shakes her head slowly. Not that kind of life. Not a life that's worth much. I don't believe that. So people keep telling me. Priests, counselors, shrinks. But it doesn't feel like it. I am trying to meet new people, but I don't know. They always give me that look eventually, like I'm damaged goods. I don't think that about you at all. That's nice, but you don't know me. Maybe that's for the best. I'd like to get to know you. I'll think about it. I promise. I will. Oh. You wanted something? Yeah. Okay, well I guess we're done chit-chatting with Mel. I don't want to talk to Teddy. I don't like him. He's annoying already. And we just met him. Hey again. So are you a student? A student? Do I look like a swanky college kid to you? I work for a living, mate. Been working for years. So what do you do? Nothing special. I'm a lifeguard and a swimming instructor 3 evenings a week. I'm gonna press X to down on that one. A lifeguard? That's unexpected. I guess. I mean, it's a lot of sitting around, and there's less hot people in swimwear than you'd expect. Just a bunch of boring old people most days. The lessons are the only fun part, really. Working with little kids is easy. I'm not sure everyone would agree with you on that. Bro, Seth, I worked in childcare for 10 years. Homeboy, you don't know what you're talking about. He shrugs his shoulders. Including teaching some of them how to swim. Well, it is to me. They're loud and annoying, sure, but they're funny as hell. They say the wildest things sometimes, and they're impressed by everything. Anyway, if you plan on drowning, try to do it while I'm on duty, yeah? Might stand a chance then. And all I'll charge you is a free drink. I don't really want to flirt with him. Like, it's... like, maybe it is because, like, IRL, I really am, like, in my early 30s, but he's 20. He's like a baby to me. I don't want to flirt with him. That seems a fair exchange. So what's Mills' deal? What are you asking me for? You're a friend, aren't you? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I just like hanging out with her. And it's not because she's a broad, so don't even start with that. I don't like her like that, okay? I wanna get them together. I wanna play matchmaker. I did it with multiple other couples in Best Served Cold. I wanna do it here. She'd probably slap me upside the head if she ever heard me calling her a broad. And she'd be in her right. She's just a badass, that's all. Probably the coolest person I know. Oh, and I don't hang out with boring people to begin with, so that should tell you some. Wait, that's cute. Go tell her that. Go tell her she's a badass. She might like that. She's got tattoos, she can fight, she can fix anything, she can hold her liquor. She even taught me how to roll my own cigarettes. That does indeed sound pretty cool. Right! She drives a motorcycle too. I've always wanted one of those. I figured that bike outside was hers. Oh. She says she'd teach me to ride, but there's no way I could ever afford one. And that thing is like a child to her, so there's no way she'd let me borrow it. She'd probably let me ride on the back if I asked, but I don't know. That's a little too embarrassing for me. Toxic masculinity! Toxic masculinity! Anyway, I'd rather she teach me how to fly. Now that'd be useful. Fly? She's not a bird, is she? Want me to talk to her? She fixes planes. No, you don't. She's, well, never mind. I probably shouldn't talk about that. She'll kill me. Oh, come on. Teddy holds firm. He'd probably have more luck when he's more intoxicated. I mean, we know she fixes planes. Oh, he's not drunk enough! Dang it! Balls. So, excuse me. Ooh, you're friends with Alfie. What's this button? Oh, automatically produce the next dialogue. Interesting. Anyway. Yep, why does that surprise you? I know he's a weirdo, but he's interesting. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I drank a carbonated drink this morning. That's more than I can say for most people I meet, and he's wicked smart, too. I'm like slowly developing the same accent for him that I did with a certain other character that I know we're gonna meet. Eventually, I'm still waiting for him to come in. Should you be calling your friend a weirdo? Oh, trust me, it's spot on, and he knows it, too. He is weird, but he doesn't care that he's weird, you know? You know what I mean? I respect it. He doesn't give a toss what people think. He sure seems to care what you think. I mean, obviously he does. He's lucky he gets to hang around a guy like me. How did you two meet? It was at those reading workshops I always had to go to while John was... Never mind. Who's John? My point is, I usually wouldn't hang out with a kid like him, but he was the only cool person there I could talk to, so... Not that he's all that cool, but reasonably cool, all things considered. All things considered? If you knew who his parents were, you'd be amazed he didn't turn out weirder. That feels a little mean. It's not a bad thing. I mean, I kind of like that about them. His mom lets me come over and watch horror movies on the film projector in the attic, and they've got cool stuff all over the house, like fake swords and taxidermy and costumes and stuff. His dad lives in a hotel room, but he's got a lot of good music. He's like famous. I mean, they both are. Really? Yep, but that's kind of what makes them weird, you know? I'd say Alfie's pretty normal for a guy whose mom dresses up like a vampire on the Viz. Is Alfie's mom Olivia? That would be interesting, because she was one of the romance options in the first game. The Viz. The Portavision, duh! You know, the little box you watch shows on? They've got a kooky program on there, something with Rhys Kenrid. Rhys! Wait, I thought Rhys was non-binary. I call my Viz the Portavision, but that's because that's what it is. Goddess, you're old. What? No, I'm not. Fine, you're an old soul then. Is that just a nice way of calling me boring? I wasn't being nice about it. Ouch. I should hit the bricks. I got places to be. See you, bartender. So then, I think it was confirmed that Rhys was AFAB. Are Alfie's parents Killian and Rhys? Because Teddy said they've got an interesting program. I don't know if he meant they've got an interesting program as in Alfie's parents, or they've got an interesting program as in there's an interesting program on the TV. Unclear on that. I hope it's that they're Alfie's parents. Anyway, we go. While you're busy sweeping the floors at the end of the night, a large man steps in from the storm outside. He shakes his head, raining a whirlwind of snowflakes down on the entry mat. Oh, sorry, we're closed. I must have forgotten to... You realize you didn't forget to flip the open sign at all as soon as he steps away from the door. Sandra continues her paperwork in silence while he walks past, but you see her watching him like a hawk once he sits down at the bar. Evening, barkeep. The rough-looking stranger takes a seat. His voice is deep and slightly raspy from the cold air outside. What can I get you, sir? Ah, now that is music to my ears. It's been far too long since I've heard those words. It was a long prohibition. Not as long for me as it was for most folks, I can tell you that. He winks playfully. The low light gleams on the long scar on his cheek and across his oddly charming smile. Let's see, I could use something with coffee tonight, but not too sweet. Can you do that for me? Of course I can. Smashing. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know what you want, honey. Oh boy. So... Peter's back. Now that brings me back to the good old days. Peter sighs contentedly and takes a long look around the bar. You can't help but notice that Sandra is pointedly avoiding eye contact. Spent some of my best days in this place back in the day, some of my worst too, come to think of it. I hope we haven't changed it too much. Nah, you've cleaned it up well. The place deserved it, and I see you've kept the parts I like the most anyway. You can call me Peter, by the way. Peter Wagner. None of that sir business on my watch. Nice to meet you, Peter. What about you, eh? You're a new face, to me at least. Considering the kinds of folks I hang out with, that's usually a good thing. You didn't work here before, did you? I'm new to bartending, actually. I see. Well, I'll be giving you plenty of opportunity to practice whenever I'm here, I can promise you that. I'm not your first customer, am I? No, we opened yesterday. I see, so what's the crowd been like? All upstanding, reputable folks? Depends, do you count? Oh, I like you. Ooh. Say, do you happen to know a lady named Lottie Duval? Real glamorous type of gal. Please tell me you don't have a thing going on with Lottie. I do, yes, she's a friend. Look at that, small world. She came to celebrate the opening last night, then, I imagine? She did, yes. You didn't let her go home too plastered, I hope. Not proper for a lady. She was fine. I didn't overdo it. Responsible. Always glad to hear that. Around what time did she leave? Oh, please tell me Peter isn't Lottie's husband. Why are you asking me all of this? What's the matter? Not a fan of questions, or is it the topic that's putting you on edge? I just want to know why you're so curious about Lottie. Peter grabs something from his coat pocket and tosses it on the bar in front of you. The crumpled napkin is covered in smudged lipstick and mascara, almost covering the Blackbriar's logo in the corner. You remember how excited you were to get these made. That's your logo, isn't it? Is it not? Cute touch, I must say. Where'd you find this? On the body. Oh fuck, Lottie's dead. Which I think I knew from the trailer. Kind of a bit of a spoiler there, guys. Peter slips his hand into his pocket again. This time he holds it up for you to see. Even in the low light of the bar, you recognize the badge immediately. Peter's a detective! Oh, I love that for him. Oh, my sweet baby Peter. I'm not a baby anymore, yeah. Carlotta Duval was found early this morning below the overlooking King Constantin Park. A few blocks from here. From what we've gathered, she fell over the railing and onto the path below. Fatally. No, it can't be. Her time of death was 12:35 p.m., the time her watch stopped when it was smashed on the rocky path. That's only an hour and a half after she left here. I thought so. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, bartender. If it makes you feel any better, I can assure you that you're not in any trouble. It's a clear-cut case. I'm just asking some questions to fluff up the report. That, and I was wondering whether I could claim a cocktail as a work-related expense. It's not every day I get the opportunity to test that. Wait, what do you mean it's a clear-cut case? You already know who did it? Accidents don't get more obvious than this, kid. Don't call me kid, please. Oh my god, Peter, you called me squirt in the first game and I hated it because I was literally in love with you. A lady gets a little too sauced, decides to take the scenic route, sits on the railing and loses her balance. It's very low, you know. A real safety hazard. It wasn't an accident. She wasn't that drunk. Fine, maybe not. But then we both know what the most likely alternative is, don't we? The husband. Come now, you know that's not what I meant. He was a violent brute. So I'm told, but he's got an alibi. Drinking at his usual watering hole. Even if he was a bastard, he's out of the question. Then what? Don't make me say it, kid. You knew her, and I've seen enough of her records, including her shrinks. Oh, he's suggesting she killed herself. Where I'm standing, it's pretty obvious she took the plunge. Went out on her own terms. Don't be ridiculous. She promised me she'd come back. Right, because people have never broken those. Don't be naive, kid. Out in the dark, alone with the buzz wearing off and the hangover settling in, the world suddenly feels a whole lot colder. I'm not naive, you're just old and callous. I'm telling you, this was murder. Someone killed her. I'm not opening a full-blown investigation over a pinky promise. A woman stormed out of the house crying, got drunk, and made a tragically impulsive decision. Case closed. Peter, you should know better than that. Of all fucking people. She was my friend. She deserves proper justice. I'm sorry, bartender. I really do feel for her and for you as well. But turning this into some witch hunt is not going to bring her back. It'll just make people scared to leave the house, and we really don't need that right now. If you cared for her that much, hold on to her memory. That's all you can do, and don't blame yourself for not seeing the signs. I'm not letting this go. Do what you must. I'm not going to stop you. We all cope in our own ways. Peter tips back the last of his drink and rises from the stool, ready to take his leave. Sorry for ruining your night, bartender. It really was a pleasure to see this place again. So... I have mixed feelings. We'll put that in a nice way on old man Peter. Cause I'm pretty sure in the first game, like his some characters' ages were given. Peter's was very unclear because he had very uncertain starts. And I know it was mentioned by the developers and people who worked on the game that people tended to assume that Peter was a lot younger than he really was, when in actuality his age was like mid to late 30s, somewhere around there. So then of course with this game then being set 20 years later, yeah, Peter's like in his 50s roundabouts. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, I have enough daddy issues to appreciate an older man. I mean, my real-life husband is 7 years older than me, just turned 40 yesterday. But... 50s is kind of a lot. And, like, I get it. I mean, you know, you set a game with that much of a time jump in the future, you know, the characters are gonna age and all that. But I know for a fact that Peter was the most popular choice of love interest. I know that for a fact. People made that very clear. The developers said that, like, originally when the demo first came out, they weren't planning on having a romance option, but so many people were like, hey, we want to romance these characters, especially Peter. Like, they confirmed he was the most requested romance option. So that's why they added it. And that's another one of those things where, like, if our choices from the previous game don't matter, like, obviously, I guess, you know, if we aren't playing as the same bartender from the first game and, you know, we try to romance Peter now, that's going to be a little bit weird. You know, if we romanced him then and we're playing as someone different now and we try to romance him or something like that, I don't know, maybe their relationship just didn't work out or something. I don't know. But it's also kind of one of those things because since the romance aspect of it was something that was added kind of at the last minute, and also, like, it wasn't maybe as fleshed out as some would have liked, which I understand. You know, this is an indie development company, and so, you know, it was like a last-minute addition. They maybe didn't have all the resources to do everything they wanted to with it. So for any of the romances, not just Peter's, we didn't get, like, a proper conclusion to it or something. We just had like a slight conversation and then just, that's it. We didn't get like a cutscene at the end or anything with whoever we romanced, which again, I understand, but it was kind of a bummer. So then that combined with this being a standalone game and the potential aspect of your previous choices don't matter, it kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Because like I said, like, I want my choices to matter from the previous game. And one of the bigger choices that we made was in case 3, I want to say. I want to say it was like the second to last case. Peter previously worked in the criminal underground like Sandra did. That's how they met. You know, they have a history there. I guess they're not on great terms currently. Maybe we'll delve more into that at some point. But at one point, the leader who took over from the previous guy dies. And so Peter is kind of left cast adrift, and he doesn't know whether to take that person's spot and become the leader of the criminal underground, or try to leave the criminal life altogether. And we're the ones that advise him one way or another. And that has lasting consequences, because then later on he talks about like how he's doing with his new life, whatever direction that went. And I don't know, I guess it's just one of those things where like I know this is meant to be a standalone game. But like I said, I just want some of my choices from the previous game to matter. Even if it's just like little threads here and there, like weaved in. You know, something like that. And damn it, I really, really fucking hope that Peter is still a romance option. Because if he's not, do trust, I'm gonna be real upsetty spaghetti about it. I will be rioting in the streets if I cannot romance Peter again. I don't care if he's old now. I have enough daddy issues to be okay with that. I mean, like I said, like 50s is still like a little bit of a stretch, but I'm okay with it. So yeah, that's, I think so far. Oh, stretchy, sorry. Oh, the stretch is taking me. That's so far my two biggest hopes for the game, is that they have a thing at the beginning that's like, if you played Best Served Cold, what were your choices? And just weave it in to the game. It doesn't have to like affect anything drastically, but just a little something that carries over, I guess, if you've played the previous game. You know? And then also be able to romance Peter. I really want to be able to romance Peter. I want to romance him so bad. I don't want to romance none of these babies in here. Like, damn. I mean, we could flirt with Sandra. We were allowed to flirt with her before. And she and Peter are... I think she's a little bit younger than Peter, if I had to guess. But they're kind of like about-ish the same age, so... I still love that, though. Peter has gone from being in the criminal underground to being a detective. That's fascinating. Oh my god! And I remember the art director on their Tumblr page. They did a little thing where they drew up Hugo, the detective from the previous game. Like, they did a role swap for Peter and Hugo. I think they just wanted to make that a little bit into canon. I see what y'all are doing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I first watched the trailer for this game, seeing old man Peter, it was kind of a shock, and I sort of hated it at first. I don't know, though. Like, I'm kind of... Maybe it's just being back in here, and like, I'm warming up to it a little bit, I suppose. You'll do a fine job running it, I'm sure. Thank you. Turns and makes his way to the door, casting one last glance at the table in the corner before stepping back out into the snow. Yeah, I think if I recall correctly, he and Sandra, like, even by the time in Best Served Cold, they had, like, romantic entanglements, but it didn't work out. Like, they got along well, but it was, like, romantically... They just weren't good for each other or something like that. I think that's what was implied, at least. Oh, she unhappy. Once Detective Wagner, God, I'm not gonna get used to that, has made his exit, Sandra slowly rises from her table and joins you at the bar. Her expression is hard to read. What did he want? He's a detective. His name is... I know who he is. And I know he wouldn't be here unless it was something serious. What did he say? You're as white as a sheet. It's Lottie, one of our first customers. She's dead. Oh goddess. What happened? You can present any clues you have found to your customers in order to hear their thoughts on the matter. Some of them may have useful insights for you. To show Sandra the information we just learned, press the show clue button on your notebook to the new blah blah blah. Okay. was a safety hazard. Select a clue to read its full description, then present the clue to show to Sandra. The railing at the lookout point was quite low. Lottie could have tipped over the edge if she was very intoxicated or jumped. Yeah, I saw this because this... I'm trying to remember. Like this little symbol here, the knife. They have symbols for like... for motive, for means, like how they died, and an alibi if the person has one. So I remember in the trailer seeing this little symbol here with Peter's picture, and my first immediate thought was, God damn it, Peter! I don't want to have to get you off the hook for a third fucking time with a murder case. Oy. Press F1 to submit feedback. Oh, I will. Do trust. Are you sure you wanted to? Yep. So Peter thinks it was an accident. Sandra's brow furrows in concern. And you don't believe him? No, not for a second. He seems to think she may have jumped, that she did this to herself. And you don't think that's possible? What are you saying? Of course it's not possible. The war has taken a toll on a lot of people. No, not Lottie. She would never. Bartender. She promised me we'd see each other again. We pinky swore. She promised? Yes, and I believe her. She was murdered. Sandra sighs, but her face shows nothing but empathy. Very well, then I believe you. If the police aren't going to take this seriously, I will. You? You want to solve this yourself? Yes. Bartender, you told me you wanted to turn over a new leaf, to get away from your old life as a PI, from all the misery and suspicion. Are you sure you want to do this? Oh, we were a PI and Peter's a detective. We apparently didn't know each other, though. That's a shame. Would have liked if we had history with Peter. I have to, Sandra. Lottie deserves justice. Of course, I understand. You're a good friend. So you're the professional here. Where do you start? I start by filling in a new case in my notebook. You should know, Sandra, you did this once before. You know, before you got thrown in jail. Is that a police arrest form? The case page in your notebook will automatically keep track of all your suspects. Let's open the notebook. Ew. Oh boy. The case page keeps track of the most important evidence you have found for each of their means, their motive, and any defense there might be. There is it. Okay. Alright, yeah, this looks about the same as it did before. Okay. I like how we taped over... Oh, y'all can't even see. Hold on, I'm friggity. We taped over with the word homicide. Nice. Case ID. Last night, last call. Ha 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 ha. So it is 1948. Oh, Lottie babes. Oh no. We don't have anything on Peter yet. Damn. We know his favorite drink, though. Okay. Yep. I've worked with them in the past on a missing persons case. I see. You're very resourceful keeping this on hand. I suppose we have no choice but to work with them again. As a private citizen, you have no power of arrest. You'll have to submit your findings to the police in the end. Do you think I can trust Detective Wagner? Why are you asking me? I'm sensing some history here. It seems to me like you have no choice but to trust him, if he's the only detective on Lottie's case. But if you hand him a solid case file, I'm sure he won't argue with you. He's lazy, not obstinate. Good. So what's next then? I need to figure out who my other suspects are, and I have a good idea where to start. Ram, probably. She had a chaperone last night. A chaperone, that certainly changes things. Was it someone she knew? A friend? Why didn't we talk to Peter about this? A stranger, a young man named Ram, offered to walk her home. He offered? A kind gesture, but it's certainly suspicious now. And he was a fellow customer, I take it? He was, yes. So either he failed Lottie, or he had ulterior motives from the start. Sounds like a suspect, all right, and a clue. I need to hear him out to see what I can learn. Him and anyone else who might know something about that night, I take it? Exactly. Very well. I suppose you are in an ideal position to make people talk. As long as you promise not to scare off any of our customers, I see no harm in it. Thank you, Sandra. Good luck. You're a clever one. I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this before too long. Just be careful, okay? I wouldn't want you getting in over your head, drawing the ire of dangerous people. Look after yourself. I will, I promise. Good, then this is where I'll wish you good night. Get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Sandra. Well. Alright, we already rang the bell when Peter walked in. Wednesday. Oh. Peter Wagner enters the Blackbriar once again, only this time he is not alone. His companion doesn't pay the decor or the other patrons a shred of attention as he follows Peter to the bar. Though the young man is rather small in stature, he carries himself with confidence and an air of cold professionalism. This is no fresh-faced junior. Hello again. Good evening, Peter. That's... another this guy. That's a Detective Wagner to you, a bartender. Oh, don't be so stuffy, Holly. No wonder nobody likes us. Holly bites his tongue, but you swear you can see the corner of his eye twitch. This is James, my partner. Nice to meet you, James. Likewise, you may call me Detective Holloway. This is going to be his voice from now on. There is no other option. Understood. Now then, we didn't just come here for introductions. Right, can I get you gentlemen anything? No, thank you. We should not be drinking on the... I'll have a cold winter, please. My man! Detective Holloway turns to his partner, stunned. You watch him open his mouth to speak before he seems to reconsider and slowly closes it again. He simply looks on with quiet disdain as you prepare the drink and slide it towards Peter over the bar. Go on then, spit it out. Do our codes of conduct mean anything to you? I've heard of them. Heard of them? Have you not read them? Oh, relax, I'm joking. Look, it's been a long week. It's Wednesday. It can be a long week on a Wednesday. And what are you going to do? Report me to Internal Affairs Officer? Of course not. I doubt it'll reflect well on me, but rest assured, I'll be needling you for this for the rest of the week. You were going to needle me anyway once you found out I forgot to fill in the chain of custody for him again. What? So if you're not here to drink, what are you here for? Thank you, bartender, for getting us back on topic. Peter informed me that he'd spoken to you about the ongoing Duval case. I just wanted to ask you a few extra questions. Case? So the police agree that it wasn't an accident? Yes, well, new information has surfaced that points in that direction. All the information proves is that it's a possibility. How likely it is still unclear. Personally, I have my doubts. So what is it? The new evidence? That is classified information. Oh, sorry, that was Peter's. I'm so tired, y'all. I woke up at 5:30. I promise I'll be more awake and less sober for a proper playthrough. Mateo was reported pawning one of the victim's personal belongings in a engraved pocket mirror. Oh, Teddy, you bitch. James. Yeah, that checks out. I was informed that the suspect has been seen at your establishment. I'll take your response as confirmation. He's been here, yes. Was he present on the night of the murder also? Now hold on just a second. Peter, don't give me any reason to dislike you. I'm interrogating a witness, Wagner. I'm sure you've heard of the concept. So, bartender, was he here? No, only the day after. I see. Did he mention anything about Mrs. Duval or King Constantin Park? Anything that might lead you to believe he had been there? Not really. This may be hard to gauge if it was your first encounter with the boy, but was he acting strangely in some way? He's like a bit of an asshole, really. Alright, that's quite enough. Agreed. I think I have what I need. I can grill him. I don't imagine he'll talk to the police. You're right. He'll be more likely to open up to you. See, now he's on board. You will do no such thing, bartender. What? Come on, why not let them help? They're offering. Yeah, Peter knows I can do this. You, bartender, are a civilian. Though I appreciate your sense of justice, I can assure you we are perfectly capable of doing our jobs. Some of us, anyway. I used to be a private investigator, you know. So you are an amateur detective, a former amateur detective at that. I don't see how this affects my point in any way. Right. Come on, Holly, that's not necessary. All I require of you is permission to observe and speak to suspects on the premises. The casual environment is all the help we need. Yeah, they're not going to talk to you. Fine, but I'm doing this for Lottie, not for you. Thank you kindly for your cooperation. It's been a pleasure. Now let's go. I'll talk to you later, bartender. Enjoy your evening. Oh, the Blackbriar's doorbell jingles merrily as a man steps in holding a newspaper. Good evening, sir. Man with eye patch. My, I love what you've done with the place. I remember when this used to be a rowdy old pub. I'm not surprised the old floorboards got replaced, if you get what I'm saying. Ooh. You're almost glad for the man's lack of peripheral vision, as you can see Sandra shooting daggers at him from across the room. Can I get you anything? Yes, please. I'm dying for a good cocktail. What are you in the mood for? I'm not here for anything light and fruity. If I'm only getting the one drink, it better get me plastered. But you can put some fruit on top if you want, you know, for my health. Giving Peter vibes. I'll see what I can do. Alright. Let's see. Something strong you can put a fruit on top for my health. His alcohol. His max is 9. Maybe this? A stargazer. What about... I mean, this has also... I mean, that is the same alcohol percentage. Let's maybe try that. Vodka. Triple sec. Herbal bitters. Is that... Oh, no, modifiers. Never mind. I am dumb and goofy. Ooh, but it... Yay! Hey, that's not bad. Quite nice, actually. Name's Leon, by the way. I'm sure you've read some of my work. The way he looks at you expectedly, you gaze that you probably should have. Really? Nothing? Not a front pager just last week, too. Oh, you're a journalist. Indeed I am. Only a junior now, but I'm making strides. It's not easy getting ahead as a reporter, you know. You really have to put in the work. I got another article in today's paper. Bit of a ghastly one, I fear. Some poor woman that fell to her death in the park the other day. Yeah, about that. If I recall from the art director's Tumblr, this is their current favorite character. What? It's in the papers already? Huh, you already knew? You bartenders are really well informed. You see his eye widen in excitement as the gears start turning in his head. He quickly fishes a small notepad and pen from his pocket. Oh, goddamn. Hold on. Did they say she may have been drinking before she died? They did say she may have been drinking before she died. So it's true. She was a customer here. She wasn't some customer. She was my friend. Oh goddess. I'm sorry. That was insensitive of me. My condolences, bartender. I guess I'm glad you didn't find out from me. Can I see that article? Of course. I promise it's not as tasteless as I must have made it sound just now. Okay. So I'm glad he's at least putting people's feelings above... This is journalism. Unfolds the newspapers. Jazz singer Lottie Duvall found dead in King Constantin Park. Oh, she was 47. Maybe we're around the same age then? Good age for Peter. The kids do keep calling us old. The body of former lounge singer was found at a local celebrity. Yes. And asked for comment. Andriy Dalka assured this reporter that King Constantin Park safety regulations would be really evaluated in light of the tragic accident. Well, what do you think? Not bad, I'd say, considering I only had an hour or two to write it. It's wrong. What do you mean? I could have sworn my sources were good. I even went on site to... It was an accident. Not an accident. What are you saying? She was murdered. It can't be. Another murder. Right here in Bukovi. There were so many of them before. If you're right, that'd certainly be front page news, Gosha is to say, but I'm not causing a panic just based on a hunch. You got any proof? I'll get you proof. That's the spirit. We could help one another. If you get me what I need for my article, I'll set the record straight about your friend. I might even be able to help you. How's that? I'll have you know I did my due diligence. I interviewed a lot of people at the crime scene. Did you know there was an eyewitness? What? Yeah, well, sort of. A woman walking her dog saw Mrs. Duval entering the park last night, and she wasn't alone. I'm losing my voice. Did the police know about this? I doubt it. From the way she spoke to me, it seemed like the first time she even recalled that night. So who was it? How'd I know? If it was anyone that the witness recognized, I'd have led with that. Did you ask her for a description? Well, no, I didn't think to. Hey, it's not like I knew there was foul play involved at the time, and an article about a poor woman falling to her death who she had been carousing with that evening hardly seemed relevant. I'm losing it. I need to go back to bed. Even my headphones are dying. I didn't want to sound like I was blaming the victim. You know, that's fair. It could be crucial evidence. If you're really so determined, why not ask her yourself? You got a phone over there. I could give you her number. Ooh, if you promise not to badger her. Alright, I promise. Quid pro quo, bartender. You'll never make it big if you hand out all of your intel for free. I'll need something in return, in case your search doesn't lead anywhere fruitful. Call it a down payment, if you will. That seems fair. Great, I think so too, and don't worry, I'm not asking for anything incriminating here. I'd just like to get to know you a little better. My question is this, what were you doing before you decided to become a bartender? I was a private investigator. I see, thank you for being honest with me. Why did you ask if you already knew the answer? I wasn't lying earlier, I do my due diligence always. I guess I just wanted to see if I could trust you. Scribbles the phone number down on his notepad, then rips out the page and slides across the bar tab. Here, don't say I never did anything for you. Takes his pen and puts the notepad back in his pocket. That'll be all for me until next time. Good night. Peter! Peter! No! I don't want to. Punch in the number. Yes. Are you about to hang up your grievance? Yes, or is he calling so late at night? You glance down at your watch. It's barely 8:30 in the evening. I'm sorry for your inconvenience, senor. Just get to the point. What do you want? I was wondering if you could answer some questions. Did you see Lottie Duval entering the park? What a dreadful affair! Yes, yes. Was she with someone? Yes. You'd think, like, this shouldn't have happened if she had someone around. Could you describe them? Okay. Tall, gangly sort of person with long hair, all unkempt. Oh, that sounds like Ram. Alright. Did all the hairdressers in Bukovi perish at the front? Goddamn, you've been very helpful. Okay, Peter! Peter strolls over to the bar and gets comfortable on the seat. Evening, barkeep. Good evening, Peter. Sorry about bringing the kid to work. I know he can be a little intense. I didn't think he was going to interrogate you like that. Okay, he was just asking questions. He likes doing that a lot, but I'll rein him in next time, I promise. I hope it's okay for me to be here, by the way. You can kick me out if you want me to go. I know not everyone likes having a cop around. Oh, here we go. You can stay. You're certainly nice to look at. Peter chuckles. His voice is deep and warm and a little raspy. You're a funny one. Because he's all self-conscious about his scar. I promise you'll never have to worry about me. I may look scary, but I'm a teddy bear deep down. You don't look that scary. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. To your surprise, he looks a little wounded. Never mind. Oh, I'm sorry. Forget it. It's fine. Sorry. Jesus. How are you holding up? You looked quite shaken yesterday. I feel gutted. My condolences. It's tough to lose a friend like that. I'm old enough to be more than familiar with the feeling. You're still determined to investigate this yourself, huh? I didn't realize how serious you were the other day. Indeed I am. I have been a lead already. Really? That's mighty quick. You know, you're not half bad at this stuff. In fairness, I didn't have to go far. A customer gave me a tip. Hey, that's how I like to investigate, too. Good old networking. By networking, you mean waiting for someone to give you clues? Exactly. It hasn't failed me yet, and I get the feeling it's going to pay off again real soon. Follow up on that lead and get back to me with what you learn. Yeah, will do. James and I should be here most days. You can show us any evidence you found. We can help you figure out where to go next. Ooh, James, really? He'll be annoying about it, but the kid knows his stuff. His insight should be valuable, even if he'll give them through gritted teeth. Good to know. Opens up. There's one more thing. Yes. I noticed you have an old arrest form tucked into that little notebook of yours. Yeah, what about it? You know you're not supposed to have those, right? Suck my ass. That's private. I'm a professional busybody, remember? Don't think I'm not keeping an eye on you over there taking your little notes. Just figured the form might come in handy. Relax, you don't gotta explain yourself to me. Every bit of stationery I owned was stolen from work. I never bought so much as a pencil in my life. Besides, you had the right idea. Once you're certain you found your culprit, you can submit your findings to us. James isn't going to be happy about it, but I'll make sure he hears you out. Okay. If the case is solid, we can take it from there. And if it isn't, you're only getting one shot at this, so you better make it count. If your findings aren't enough to impress James, he's not going to give you a second chance. James sounds like a bitch. What about you? Aren't you his senior? I like you, kid. But I'm already going out on a limb by letting you weigh in on police business against my partner's wishes. Don't push your luck. My advice, be thorough and make sure all other suspects are ruled out before you pin it on someone. I can give you about 14 days before my before my higher-ups will urge me to close the book on this case, and you'll have to make a decision. Make the most of it. I will. Leave you to it then. Enjoy your evening. Good evening. No, wait. Come back. Come back. I wasn't done. I need more Peter. Okay, so it seems like we get unlimited actions with Peter like we did with Hugo and Elena as the detective of the game. Okay, so I know the demo technically is not done, but I am going to go ahead and call it there. Because just like with the Best Served Cold demo, I'm really going to get into this game, and I would very much like to experience the rest of it firsthand with the full release. I will be submitting my feedback as the game advises. This demo is available, I think, through sometime in June. Again, I think limited time demos are silly in my opinion, but that's just me. Like I said, my two big things that I really want are A, to romance Peter, which it seems like, you know, we're good on that. We were able to flirt with him. And two, I would really, really, really just, even if it's in some small way, for my choices from the previous game to matter in this one. Like I said, even if it's just slightly, like some passing comment made by Peter or Sandra or any other of the characters that come back or something. I don't know, like, I just don't want all my choices to be for nothing, you know? I want, like, the game says choices matter, and I want my choices to matter, damn it! So, like, just a little thing if you select that you've played Best Served Cold. Just like, hey, what choices did you make? Blah, blah, blah. And then, like, integrate some of that into the game. I think that would be nice. Like, it can still be a standalone if nobody's played Best Served Cold. That's fine and swell. Labo's trying to look out the window here. But that's all that I hope for it. Anyway, so that'll do it for me today. Hopefully we'll be back with Clair Obscur this weekend, but I don't know. My brain is a little bit fried. Like I said, literally just dropped my mother-in-law off at the airport today, and it was a bit of an exhausting week. So possibly we'll be back on Friday or Saturday with Clair Obscur. Keep an eye on the Discord for socials, for updates, notifications, all that jazz. And I appreciate y'all so very much for hanging out with me, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it may be for you. And y'all, best bet, we will be playing Last Night, Last Call the second it's released. Well, I mean, unless it's released, like, I don't know, at midnight or something. Maybe not if it's released at midnight, but we'll see. Anyways, until next time, I will see you folks later. Bye-bye!